Let's have a discussion about the question. And the question is that if A and B are the roots of this equation and C and D are the roots of this equation, where A, B, C, D, the roots are forming a GP, and we have to prove that the value of Q plus P over Q minus P is coming 17 over 15. We have to prove. So we have to get Q and P. After putting Q and P values, we should get a numerical value, right? So let's start with the question, everyone. So first we will focus on the given parts. So what is given to you? You have two quadratic equation. One is x square minus 3x plus p is equals to 0. And the second one is x square minus 12x plus q is equals to 0. Okay. So these are the two quadratic equation you have. Now what they are saying for the first quadratic equation, you have a and b are the roots of this equation and c and d are the roots of this equation. So A and B are the roots of this equation. Now you know that when you have a quadratic formula, quadratic equation, so you have the formula for the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. So sum of the roots means the addition of A plus B, that is equals to minus B over A. That is the general formula, right? A and B that are according to the general quadratic equation we are taking. Here, A and B, they are used using the alphabets for the roots, right? But we have a general quadratic equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So if I will compare this, so what is A? A is 1, B is minus 3, and C is P. So sum of the roots formula is minus B over A. So minus 3, minus 3 because B is negative here. So it will be positive. So 3 over 1. So A plus B is equals to 3. And the product of the roots, that is multiply of the A and B, the roots, that is equals to C over A. So C is P and A is 1. So P over 1 is P. So this formula I get from the very first equation, right? Now let's have a discussion about the second equation. So roots are C and D here of this equation. So sum of the root, that is C and D, that gives me minus B over a general formula, which is minus 12 is plus 12 over 1. So 12 only. And the product of the roots, that is C multiply B, that is equals to C over A, which is Q over 1, that is Q. Okay. Now you should know the formula for the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. Okay, after that, what we have to do? See, if I will directly put the value in the question, Q plus P and Q minus P, so I will get an alphabetical value because P is also in the form of A and B and Q is in the form of C and D. So I have to do something because I should get a numerical value. So what I will do, I will take the general GP because A, B, C, D, the roots are forming a GP only. So I am taking the general GP as alpha R square, alpha R cube. I'm taking only 4 terms because they have taught that A, B, C, D are in forming a GP. So they have taken the 4 terms only. So general GP, I am not taking AR square, AR square, AR cube because A they have used as an alphabet to for the root of the quadratic equation. So that's why I'm taking alpha. So according to the GP, so this is A first term, then this is B term, this is C term, and this is D term. Now, if I will put the values of A, B, and C, D in these equations, so what I will get? A is what? Alpha. What is B? Alpha R, that is equals to 3. Similarly, when I put in this equation, so what is C? C is alpha R square, and this is alpha R cube, that is equals to 12. Now, if I will divide these two equations, alpha plus alpha R is equals to 3. So this is, let's say, equation 1, equation 2. So divide equation 1 by equation 2. So you will get, I am taking alpha R square plus alpha R cube is equals to 12, not equals to 12. Like this, we have to divide now. So like this, okay. So I'm taking alpha here common, 1 plus R. Alpha, again, I'm taking alpha R square common, 1 plus R, that is equals to 3 over 12. So it will be 1 over 4, alpha cancel, bracket cancel. So you are left with 1 by R square is equals to 1 by 4. So if I will solve, R square is equals to 4. So R will be plus minus 2, right? Plus minus 2. Now everyone, I have R now. I have R now. Now with the help of R, I could put in this equation 1. So I'll get 2 values of alpha because I have 2 values of R. So when I put R as 2 in equation 1, I'm putting this one. So when I put R as 2, so alpha I'm taking common. So 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. So alpha is equals to 3 over 3, which is 1. When I'm putting R as minus 2, So when I'm putting r as -2 in this equation only, so it will be alpha bracket 1 minus 2 is equals to 3. So alpha is equals to -3. Okay, so two values I'm getting of alpha and r. So one of the portion is this one and one of the portion is this one. Now they are talking about that you have to put the value of q plus p and q minus p, right? What is q? What is q? Q is nothing. Q, let's take the left hand side of proving. So q is nothing. Q is what? C multiply d. So c is alpha r square and d is alpha r cube. So it will be alpha r square, alpha r cube multiply plus what is p? P is a multiply b. A is alpha and b is alpha r. Okay. Over again q and minus alpha times alpha r. So when you sort out this one, q plus p and q minus p, that will be alpha square r5 plus alpha square r over alpha square r5 minus alpha square r. Okay, now I have to put the values, everyone. That's it. So after putting the values, so just a second, because I have two values of r and two values of alpha. So let me just rub everything. Okay, now I'm doing it here. So please focus. Q plus p and q minus p, because I have two values. So simultaneously I'm putting. So one case is when r is 2 and alpha is 1. So when I'm putting everything here, so alpha is 1. So 1 square is 1 times. What is r? R is 2. When r is 2, so r is to the power 2 raised to the power 5 is 32 plus alpha square is again 1. And what is r? Again, r is 2 over what is q? Again 1 times 32 minus 1 multiply 2. So it will be 32 plus 2 over 32 minus 2. So it will be 34 over 30, which is 17 over 15. So this I proved with one of the value. Now let's take the second value. Q plus p and q minus p. Now the second value is this one where r is -2 and alpha is 3. So let me put here again what is alpha square. So alpha is -3. So -3 square is 9. What is r? R is -2. So which is -32. Okay. Plus alpha square, which is 9 times r, which is -2 over again the same values I have to put, but with negative sign. Okay. So let me solve this. So it will be 9, 2, 18, 9, 3, 27, 288 negative minus 18 over again minus 288 and plus 18. Just we have to solve it. So when I solve this portion, so q plus p and q minus p is equals to minus of 306 over 072, right? Now let me solve this. Minus cancels out. So it will be 3 by 3, 302 and 390. Again by 3, 339, 3412 and 33. Again 34 over 30. So again 30 over 30 is what? Again 17 over 15. So in both the cases, I am getting q plus ps over q minus ps 17 over 15, right? So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much.